What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Off the Grid. Saucy, a banging intro as per usual. We're in Japan this week in a nice early one. How good's this?
Yeah,
for a
nice and early
change.
for us. 4 o'clock in the Arvo. That's what we
ripping
like.
time. It doesn't get much better than this, to be honest. Race is about to get underway. 53 lap race. Top speed. DRS zone 1 in this. Top speed they can hit is about 357 kilometers per hour. So Saucy, a very, very quick speed trap that we're going to have here. Max Verstappen on pole, no surprise. Let's bring the timing up here so you can see where everyone has qualified. So we've got Verstappen in first, Leclerc second, Sainz third, Sergio Perez, who Saucy predicted last week to win the Singaporean Grand Prix correctly, in fourth, Ocon in fifth, Hamilton in sixth, Alonso seventh, Russell eighth, Vettel ninth, Norris 10th, Danny Rick, who will be without a seat next year in F1, is in spot 11. Then we got
driving for his career.
Yeah,
Danny Rick.
Well, he's not going to have a spot next year, so it's confirmed. So, which is not good. Nick De Vries will be driving in the Alpine. We saw him drive a couple of weeks ago, if you remember. He filled in for Esteban Ocon when he had his appendix out, I think. So Nick De Vries is in. Oscar Piastri is in. A couple rookie source. If you're looking on the card side of things, we're going to have two good rookies, I'm going to say, coming into F1. The rumor on the street was that Danny Rick was going to be a backup driver for Mercedes, but it doesn't look like that is an option. Global, welcome.
Doesn't even get the test spot.
And Butters, welcome. Go on Haas. So good stuff there. Wet race source. We've got a wet race. Just how you like them. We're going to start on the intermediates. As you can see, the tyre selection there is the greens across the board.
What's your prediction, Domo? What's your prediction? Who you got winning the race?
In the wet,
anything can happen in the wet because there's going to be there's going to be some safety cars. There could be a red car. We could get a restart.
Does Max Verstappen source win this, and if he gets the quickest lap, win the World Championship, or does he just go through the motions, get it done? Whether he finishes first, second, or third, it doesn't matter. And then he goes into the next race and just ties it up there. Because we saw him push it last week when he didn't have to.
I don't think he should push it. Not in the wet weather.
Predictions today. Who are you going to go? I'm a bit undecided. But your thoughts? You were the maestro last week, the Oracle.
It's a wet race, so I think it's a toss of the coin. I think any of that top four can definitely win the race. You don't know whether there will Global reckons Max will win his second title today. Yeah, I'm leaning Max just because he's up on pole, and I think if he gets around that first corner first and can build a bit of a lead, because we know he's got the pace. Stay clear of any trouble. Unless obviously there's safety cars that's gonna not help him, but I think he's going to win the race.
Where's Georgie Russell starting in? 8. He struggled since that mini break. I'm going to go with Charles Leclerc this week.
Oh,
Going with Charles Leclerc. I just think Charles Leclerc would just spoil the party. He knows that they're going to win. This is actually a Red Bull home race in front of the Honda fans. So there is a lot of spray. There is going to be so much spray, man. Until they get that racing line sorted, it is going to be crazy. It's got wetter, they said.
Credit to the Japanese locals, mate. They're out in force. Look, those stands are still packed, even though there's that much rain coming down.
Oh, they haven't had a race there for 2 years, Sauce. They weren't part of the plan during COVID. No race went there. So they're just happy to have it back in Suzuka. Matty
What
Tape.
did you tune
What's
into any of the
happening?
Bathurst that's been going on, Doma? Did you watch any laps of
No,
that?
I haven't. No, I've been
Oh
out and
mate,
about today,
that's
so I haven't
been an
caught
exciting race.
anything.
I've caught a bit of it. I watched it for about an hour. I mean, it goes for ages. It goes all
Yeah, I
day.
know.
But yeah, entertaining stuff. And something that I looked at, I was like, man, I've got to do that one year. I go up there. I mean, I'll try to do it when it's not raining like this that it is up there this year. Try and pick it. But you go there, you camp there, and you stay there for the whole 3 days or something, and literally
Just
camp
sing
there
tinny.
and watch the race. Unreal.
Matty Tape said 45 laps to go in Bathurst. Best race in Australia, hands down.
Have you been, Maddie? Have you been? Like, have you
I've got a
been
second
and
that.
watched the race camp there? Oh, I've seen people doing that. I said that'd be an interesting thing to do. It'd be a fun thing to do. Definitely to do once for sure. Can't say I'm super into the V8s, but I mean Bathurst is
Just
on
on a
my good
side note,
opportunity.
Source, about this race, the last 5 race winners here in Suzuka, the Japanese Grand Prix, have all been Mercedes. The last 5 races.
That's not happening. That's not happening today.
Can Lewis do it? Haven't been, but the track is relentless. I remember sitting down and watching it. Like I've watched it in full before, Source. Like it's in entirety, and it's just insane.
Because
Definitely
it's wet weather up there as well, and
Yeah.
it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. I seen there was like a graphic that came up. There was about 45 laps to go or something. 55 laps to go, and it was like how many cars hadn't had any damage, had to come in for repairs, and there was only about 6 cars in the whole field that hadn't like spun out or been clipped or had to have a wing changed or something. Like
That's incredible. All right,
it's
Source, here
just
we go.
happy. Here we go.
Line up time.
Get ready, ladies and gents. There could be some big reactions on this first corner. We could have a safety car on the first corner.
Potentially. So there's no chance of Danny Rick getting a drive next year. Aston Martin. I don't know, Global. He's cooked. He might just take a break, come back in 2024.
He shot himself in the foot, mate.
The Cyril curse. He said he should never have left Renault. It's not wrong. He could have been driving with Alonso.
We got the green flag, Doma.
I'm behind you. My guy's waving it now. Oh no. Here we go. I just started.
Oh, that's a good turn.
Come on, Leclerc. Come on,
That's a
Leclerc.
good turn 1. There he is. That's balls, man. To go on the outside like that and keep the lead. That is balls. That's balls. On the first turn when your tires aren't even warm, Doma. That's balls. That was balls by Max. I thought Leclerc had him.
That's insane, man.
I thought he had
That is
him.
actually psychotic driving. That's why I love him. I don't know how people can hate this guy. Honestly, it doesn't matter whether he's first or last in the World Championship, Source. He'll always try and make that move.
That is crazy. Like, that is so dangerous. Like, your tires aren't even heated up yet. Nothing. First corner, the guy's got you. And he had the inside lane, Leclerc, there. And he got him on the outside.
Yellow flag. The yellow flag's just popping up all over the shop here, like on our live timing. Out. Look how many places are changing, Source, on the live timing. Hamilton up in 5th. Ocon in 4th.
Sainz is gone. He's out. He's out.
Oh, you lemon! See you later, lemon. Safety car already. The live betting by Saucy. He said we'll probably get one on the first lap.
Imagine you could have put that on betting with safety car first lap. I wonder what the odds were.
Oh, Matty Tape. Oh, look at that comment. I'm not bringing it up.
We can't. We're not flashing that one. Someone reads it. That's sleep.
Oh, there's another car off. The Williams. Is that Laquifi on an Albon?
Oh, okay. Surprise.
There you go. We've lost 2 cars on the first lap.
There it is, mate. The lemon. It's on the track.
The Le Mans is actually the color red, and that's a Ferrari.
I want to see what happened. They haven't shown us.
No, you probably won't be able to see shit. There'll be that much spray. Here we go. Oh, this is the race start showing Verstappen put on a clinic.
He edged
He
him
was
over.
so
He had the
slow
inside
as well.
lane.
He was actually
He had the
slow.
inside lane around that first turn.
And then he just hammered it. Who spun at the beginning? Vettel. Oh, he's touched the grass. Oh, he's touched the grass. Oh, that's Lemon. I know you're a world champion, but that's Lemon driving. Oh, no. Oh, he got hit by Alonso.
Yeah, he got hit
He
by
definitely
Alonso.
did.
Well, he didn't go on
He
the
did,
grass.
but he was touching the grass everywhere there.
Here we go. He's
Oh, it's
signs.
hammering. It's hammering down Sauce. Oh, see you later.
I crashed. Yeah, no shit.
You know how lucky that is. Look how many cars are going past Sauce.
How lucky is that? Grosjean nearly knocked everyone out.
I just don't want to see the screen flash up as a red flag, because if they red flag at Sauce, there's going to be a postponement. Because if it's raining hard, they just will delay it. Would you rather have Danny or Albon racing for us as global? I know exactly I know exactly who I'd rather have racing, but Danny Rick, I reckon, burnt so many bridges.
Yeah, that's what we've said anyway. He's just
They'll red flag the race. I hope not. Matty Tape says I've been full tilt wipers on the highway and can't see shit. Yeah, this is crazy. Like racing. Oh, yeah, they did red flag it.
No.
We're done here, boys. We're done.
No.
We're done. Honestly, we're done. It's actually raining harder now. They'll just delay it by an hour.
Damn it. All right, well, Doma, you know what that means. You can leave it on there. I'm gonna chuck on Bathurst here, the last bit of Bathurst.
Yeah, chuck it on.
I might as well see what's going on. Van Gisbergen on top, 117 laps completed out of 161 laps.
For fuck's sakes, these idiots. Always love how the pundits always have to come out and say, well, if we started the race on wets, we wouldn't have had to worry, but we started on inters. Well, why can't we predict that? You've got more weather analysis technology in your freaking garage than the Bureau of Meteorology in that country, and you still can't tell if it's going to get heavier or not. If the FIA delay this race, like because of rain, they're idiots. Because it'll be exactly what happened at Singapore the week before. Sitting around like idiots. Just put the wets on and race. Oh, here we go. So it looks like we're at the heaviest rain for the next 10 minutes, and then it's supposed to get lighter. And when it does get lighter, as Jensen was just saying, you want to be on those intermediate tires. But what side have you got? Send me the site source for the Bathurst, for like the leaderboard. I'll get it up on my
it's literally just on here. It's just on KO.
Oh, on KO.
Yeah, I've got it on KO.
Oh, you're watching it. Oh, okay. Oh, actually, you know what? Because I'm on an iPad, can I do like the split screen?
Maybe.
Viewing options. Oh, select your second video.
He's all over it. There you go.
Oh,
You were just saying. You were just
this
saying
is
KO's the best.
goated. I just said it was goated. Bathurst
Funny, you just
2022
finished saying
race
that to me
day.
before.
Bang.
That KO was the best streaming service. The way they've
Just
set it
have a
up.
look at me go. Have a look at me go, mate.
There you go. Beautiful.
YouTube, if you take it down this stream because of that, we're gonna have problems.
Nah, we'll be all right. We had Manny with the whole TV in the background last week.
Showed the whole freaking video. Mate, it's so good, Sauce. All you need to do is you click on whichever one you want, and then the volume comes up. So if I click on Bathurst, it'll just give me back the commentary from Bathurst. It's so good. The only thing is, how do I get rid of... I want to get rid of this down below.
Oh, you're joking me. Hey, do you know? I wonder if Optus Sport does this, because I wanted to watch multiple games last night while I had it on, but I tried to open more windows, and I had multiple windows open, but then it goes, you've exceeded the amount of streaming devices, and it shut my other windows, like turned them off. I'm like, wait.
Oh, what time was that?
Is it the 1 p.m. games, 1 a.m. games?
Yeah, you know why? Because I was watching the City game.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know, but we could both be, because you can watch two. You can watch two, but this is what I mean. Like,
okay.
So you're telling me I can't watch? I've got the service, and I can't decide to watch all 4 games at once on my big screen, have them in 4 corners. Like, you should be able to. Like, at the end of the day, it's coming from one IP address.
No, I know exactly what you mean. It should. The good sun's in stuck. I cannot see in front of me.
What are you on about, Matty? It was Pornhub that took it over the edge, Saucy.
Oh, someone's just crashed in Bathurst, mate.
Yeah, I see
Bathurst. Who the hell's that?
Oh, I could put on something else here. This is unreal.
The only problem is now, how do I get rid of this? Oh, I double clicked on it. So if I go back to viewing option, I do this. If I click on my second one, I'm just trying to learn technology here.
Mate,
but it won't let me do it again. Now. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go.
I've got the NBL on here. Melbourne.
NBL. That's even better, mate. That's what I should be watching. I should be watching the NBL. I'm getting too excited here.
His brakes just locked up straight into the wall. See you later.
Who's playing in the... 100%, mate. Melbourne United.
There we go. We've been invited to the Chairman's Lounge.
We have. See Panther get into a punch on. It'll be great. It'd be like a McGregor versus Mayweather fight, mate. So if I click on this, can I make the... it just switches it.
Safety car. That means it's going to bunch up the field. It's going to allow him to pit.
Sounds like I'm loving KO. I might never.
Laps. Interesting. Telling you, this is elite. I've got the double screen going on here too. How do I even make this big screen?
The only shit thing with KO is that it has all these features on like your phone and tablet and desktop, but on your TV, it's one stream. You can't do a viewing option on your TV. That's the only thing. If they could, if they can get the technology to do that, Source, how crazy would that be?
Well, are you talking through a smart TV or through like Apple TV?
No, through a smart TV. Like my TV can't put the viewing option.
I reckon through Apple TV, because it's like an app, you would be able to do it. So
you reckon?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't see why it wouldn't be able to, because it's doing it on the app on your And I mean, your big screen would make more sense because like there's more space to watch the screens.
True.
Well, I've got to see if Optus Sport can do that because like last night I wanted to watch the Chelsea game and that game at the same time. You know, the City game.
Melbourne United, mate. Whoa.
Good hustle. Good hustle.
That was great hustle. So I'm assuming that's our team, Saucy. Melbourne United.
Well, there's southeast Melbourne.
The East Melbourne Phoenix.
There's Melbourne United. Melbourne United was formerly Melbourne Tigers. Then it went to Melbourne United, and then Southeast Phoenix is pretty new. I think they're only about 4 seasons into the league.
It's got Mitch Creek.
I've always followed for United. Yeah, Creek plays for Phoenix. Mitch Creek.
I only know 2 players in this whole. Well, 3. I know David Barlow plays for Melbourne United. Chris Goulding's for United. I know Bryce Cotton plays for Perth.
You got to know the imports. I don't know these new imports.
Yeah, Bryce Cotton plays for
Perth.
Perth. And then who was the other one that I was going to say that I know? Corey Homicide. No, Corey Homicide.
He's on the commentary, mate.
I know. Dave Carfino. Is he still commentating as well?
I don't know, to be honest.
Is it Dave Carfino or Steve Carfino? How did I forget his name? I think it's Steve Carfino. Mate, we had David Barlow come to one of our sports awards nights.
Matty, did you get on NBA fantasy? Doma, hey, I'm no good at fantasy. I'll be honest with you. I don't think we've joined, Matty. I'll be honest with you. I
haven't joined. Can you just resend it to me, please, Matty? I'll have a look at it.
I don't know. Cosmic did one, but I think they've already started their snake draft. So I think you've missed out on it because the way the snake draft works, it's a draft that runs over 3 days. So you don't have to do it all at the one time. It's all done in like a spreadsheet over 3 days or something like that. And then it all gets.
There you go. It's filled. It's filled. We've been shafted.
There you go.
Fucking Dom. The 11 that I
That's
am.
right. You've probably saved you a lot of time and effort, Doma. You thought
I did it. What do you mean? I did it every day,
and you sat on your bench for the whole year.
I did it. I did it every day.
Did you?
Last year, I took it seriously. Yeah. I take it serious. I don't let it sit there like my EPL fantasy.
EPL fantasy, I did that and quit after 3 weeks.
No, but seriously, I do it every single day. So what I will do with my team is actually, I set my team up for a week in advance. And then if someone dominates during that week, that's like come back from injury or something, I'll have a look in the free agents and see if I can pick him up. And then I would just add him into that team, into that spot for the rest of the week. Because I'm like, these are my guys. I'm not going to get rid of them. And then if one guy doesn't play, doesn't matter because they're all, everyone on the field is meant to be, on the court's meant to be playing. So if it misses someone, the guy on my bench that should be playing, like, will be most likely someone that isn't. So all my spots are filled. That's exactly right, Matty. I completely agree. Great way to keep track of players and how they're going. Completely agree. I've got to get.
But I watch the games. I watch the games. All right, I watch the games. You know who that? You know who that is?
No.
He watches the game.
Oh, fucking yeah.
He watches the games.
Yeah, Andrew Lamont. Lamontberg. That was so funny when he said that to Gage. Fuck, that was hilarious.
What do you have? Is there?
I follow it a lot, Matty.
See what's going on. Is the red flag like a?
It's still red flag.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. No idea. Sauce and I watch a lot of it anyway, Matty. Like a lot. Like we'll get League Pass and we will watch the games. It's not like we get League Pass and we don't watch anything. We can watch the games. We'll sit home at night and we'll watch the highlights or the mini games. We watch the games. I've been a bit slack in the last like last season, I was a bit slack because 2019, well, 20 and 21, we really didn't have much of a season. So for 2019, I was a bit slack because I started a new job. But now, mate, you get once you get into a new job and you get your systems going, mate, and it becomes like a fine oiled machine. There is plenty of time for League Pass to fit in. There is plenty of time. You know how to do it when the systems are in place. Fuck. That's a good question. What hours do you spend watching sport every week? Things will change when kids come. Nah. I've got it sorted with the kids. My mate, when he used to pick up his child when it was crying at night, he used to literally go sit in the rocking chair in the other room, kid in one arm, at the races, on his phone in the other hand, and he used to just rock along, mate. Punting away. When the kid cries at 1 a.m., I won't be punting. I'll be turning on Real Madrid versus Osasuna and watching Vinny kick goals. That's what I'll be doing. No, I've got it worked out. There's always time. There's always time, Matty. Where there's a will, there's a way, as they say.
Oh, geez, the stars are out. Big LJ's down at the basketball.
Yeah.
Justin Kaczynski. Also, Chris Judd.
Was Judd there?
Chris Vizzy Judd's down there.
Chris Vizzy Judd. That's great. No. My kid's first. No. My kid's first word is definitely, to the dismay of my wife, it's gonna be Sue. That's gonna be it. I'll tell you what, I'll be kicked out of the house if it's Sue.
Imagine if it's that. Sue.
That would be great.
He's crafty. I mean, this game is, I'll tell you what, it's an absolute salad dweller. 6-2 halfway through the quarter.
Not anymore. Nice Lob City.
They only play 10 minutes here. A quarter, Doma. Oh, geez, Goulding.
Yeah.
It's a tough shot.
So with this red flag, it's actually he can't win the world championship pretty much in this race. They have to get past lap 40. They have to get past lap 40 to get the full points, unless there's a ratio for 25, 50, and 75% of the race completed. It's reduction in points from lap 40 onwards. If they're racing past that point, then it becomes full points again. No, I've got it, Matty. Don't worry. I've got the United Kings game on here. I've got Bathurst on, and I've got F1 on. I'll make Bathurst big, and I've kept the audio though on the F1, so we can obviously get a bit of an update on what's happening and where we're going. I can't believe this. Red flags and rain and what a joke. She went out to a card show today, Saucy. You can give a bit of a rundown on that.
Yeah, it did. Went out to Cartolific or Cartographic or whatever it's Cartography Society. I don't bloody know. Go. Do you know how to say it? Cartography.
No, it's Cartophilic.
Yeah, Cartophilic or whatever it was. Who comes up with these names, mate? Who comes up with these names? That's all I want to know. You can't make them like Melbourne Card Fair. That's simple to remember. But yeah, went out there. It was in Mount Waverley. It was all right. Very, very old school. A lot of vintage collectors. Pretty much 95% AFL cards. So, yeah, more for if you're a vintage collector, that's a vintage AFL and stuff like that. That's where you want to go. I still went down there and bought some stuff. So, should I bring it up with me? Oh, I think I left it downstairs. I was supposed to bring it upstairs.
Matty say, what parent would take a kid to a show called that?
Yeah, I know, Maddie. I know. But these are old timers. I've never been to this show. I see, it
doesn't help the cause.
I've got nothing to do. I've got nothing to do. I'll go down.
Yeah, fair enough.
Spent there 2 hours. Bought some AFL autographs. Found some bargains as well. Found a few cards that I can resell on eBay. So it wasn't all that bad.
All over it. Matt Tape said, sounds like a hall with 50-year-old sweat smells.
Yeah. It was in a community center. It's upstairs. It's like an area you hire out. It's like a big open space. Table set up. I reckon there was probably 20 vendors. That's about it. And yeah, a lot of old people, like older guys, looking for older vintage stuff. There he goes. There's your man Barlow. Dropped 2 points. But yeah, nothing special. Nothing like the Hobby Hangout or even the Melbourne Card Fair's come a long way, hasn't it, Dom? I think it's it's half decent now. It's got its place.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
There's a bit more variety there as well. The next one's in North Melbourne. I think in November sometime.
My mates just messaged me. Oh, what have I done? He just said Noah Cumberland's chilling at my place. Come over. As in Richmond's Noah Cumberland.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
He's probably friends with his sister.
The Redeem Team. Have you watched that documentary, Dom?
Not yet, but I will. Looks good. Shows how much of a nutcase Kobe Bryant was. Like, he was just a work machine, that guy. Matty Tay wants you to tell the Double Coverage family how the AFL blank slate set is going.
Yeah, I don't know. I broke my phone, so I lost all the update. I thought it saved to your Select account, so I'm re-downloading on my new phone and logged into my Select account thinking like it would have saved it all. But it hasn't. So I've got to go through. I've got a lot. I've got a shitload. I think I had about 50 or 60 more than I needed of the whole set. But the place I went today, there was a few guys that had a few of them, but it would have been nice to know if I needed them or not. But I've got a few cards to trade that I'm hoping to trade, other footy stars stuff and other inserts that I'm willing to trade, to hopefully be able to complete a bit more of the set. But now that I've waited for so long, Doma, people they'll sell me those when I tell them I'm trying to complete the set. They'll give me the card for $10 or something. So it's it's a cheap buy, a lot of them. And even I've bought, guys from Suns and GWS and guys like that for $5 as well. So I'm slowly getting there. There's a few bigger names that I need. Still need Paddy Cripps and stuff. So they're the ones that are going to be expensive.
On the right-hand side, that is extraordinary gravy. But he's found a gap. He's found a little bit of gap. And actually,
a few Richmond fans getting a bit excited in the chat.
It does seem like he's found grit. He's thought about where the grit might be while everyone's scrambling along.
It could be freaking Taron Thomas if you ask me, and I still wouldn't go down. Maybe it was Luke Davies-Uniacke, then I might leave the stream. But that's probably as far as it goes if it was a North Melbourne player. I'll try Simpkin.
Yep.
It's just the person, if you
Fair
ask me, that plays footy at a high level. So, good luck to him. He's a good player. He's going to be a gun man. Noah Cumberland does the right things. We're going to get this race started.
Yeah, what's going on? Give us an update, Doma.
Mate, you got Carew here, bloody talking about how crazy some of the takeoffs were at Lights Out. Yeah, there was some nutcase driving, but all for what? 3 laps to get a red flag. Did anyone tune into? Anyone in here tune into the impromptu Insta Live that I set up yesterday?
Doma pulled an Insta Live.
I had a couple of mates that were in it that I saw last night, and they actually loved it. They go, "You got on there and talked about absolutely nothing," and it was. They said it was an absolute pisser. I said that was the point of it. That's why I called it shoot. I called it shoot the shit. That's what I titled it as. Also got on there to talk about anything in particular. Of course, I got asked by one Ben who used to be on our EPL live streams if the GOAT was finished. I don't like getting put on the spot talking about Ronaldo.
Who's that? Manny?
Nah, Ben. Ben was in there.
Ben.
And he had to ask me. So
He struggled. But I mean I think it just goes to show that doesn't matter who you are, if you don't play regular football, your touch and your timing and everything is going to be affected. And the best way to stay sharp and have match sharpness is to play regularly when you're fit.
Yeah, 100%. That's exactly right. You're on the money.
Like now people are probably at thinking a bit differently about Martial. He's doing all right this season, but that's because he's getting more game times, getting more trust from the coach, not being put on with 10 minutes to go. I'm being put on with 30 minutes to go. It makes a big fucking difference. You know what I mean?
Just for the drivers to understand where the rivers are. That's the issue.
Yeah. Well, they're just an update on this race. They're about to send the safety car out to do a couple laps, obviously, to get a bit of data on the track. So, but yeah, I'm not worried, Sauce. Like, why is everyone so worried about this guy? He struggles to kick goals, so he's finished. Like, yeah.
We'll take him at Melbourne Victory, mate. We'll take him at Melbourne Victory to partner Nani. Get the old crew back, mate.
Yeah, and we'll get Rooney, Ferdinand. We'll sign them all. Roy Keane, Gary Neville.
Yeah, they're gonna have to use their whole budget that they just got from their airline company Bonza, their new sponsor or whatever they're called. Probably still won't be enough. They'll actually just have to say, here, Cristiano, we'll just give you a private jet. Just here's a jet for you. That's
the only thing I'll say about him as a player and what's happening to him at the moment is, like, he is 38 years old, first and foremost. Like, if he was doing this in his prime and you were saying he's finished, like, it's a bit different. He's 38 years old. He hasn't had regular game time, as Saucy said. He didn't have a preseason at all because he didn't join the team till like round 2 or just before round 1 started. So he didn't even play. The other thing as well that people need to keep in mind, and I'll always compare it to Messi because they're the two most scrutinized. Well, Ronaldo is the equivalent of LeBron James when it comes to soccer. He's the most scrutinized player in the history of football, if you ask me, in the history of football. If someone has something to say about football, it's about Ronaldo. If Messi was to do it, they don't care. Oh, he's just having a rough patch. He'll be fine. He'll get out of it. The other thing I will say is last season when Messi did fuck all in a league that is far, 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 far worse than what the EPL is, No one said anything. They covered it with a wet blanket and put a life jacket on him and pretended as if, oh, no, nothing's happening. Oh, it's all fine, fine, fine. Where when Ronaldo in a far superior league had third most goals in the league, took United to the final 16 in the Champions League against the better teams, and it wasn't good enough. He was toxic in the change room. That's all we kept hearing. All the sad things, all the bad. It was just bad reports about Ronaldo. This year, this season, it's flipped the roles. Messi's scoring and assisting, and Ronaldo's struggling. And what's happening, all we're hearing is how good Messi is, and Ronaldo's finished. I mean, it could have quite easily been the exact same headlines last year. But everyone loves Messi. That's the difference. A couple to get to.
Restarting in 20.
Yeah, restarting 20. Global says, thoughts on Horn Francis wanting out. Good riddance. I don't care. Let's get something for him. I don't want to keep him. I'll be honest, I'm not on this North Melbourne agenda of, we'll keep him if we're not going to get what we want. So we're going to keep him for what? So he can do a Pogba and walk out as a free agent at the end of next year. So get something for him. And then we just... my word of advice is when you go to the draft next season, just don't draft anyone that's an interstate player. Put all your picks into Victorians, so they can't say I want to go home. That's my advice.
I just think it's so unfortunate, like how this all plays out. But I think there needs to be a reform in this whole situation, in my opinion. This happens so often, man.
So. Okay. So it's going to be a rolling start source, not a standing start. So they'll do a couple laps behind the safety car, and then the safety car will come in the pits, and then they'll start the race as if like under a safety car conditions, as per usual.
Yeah, probably safer to do it that way, to be honest.
Yeah. So I reckon...
Oh, get out of the way. Huge slam. They're all over him, Sydney Kings. They are all over it. That was nasty. Did you see that?
No, I missed it. Watch the replay here. Oh, poster.
Sit down. Oh, and one. That was big.
God damn. That was a big cockback.
Boom.
Get hyped.
And he just knocked down a 3 the play before that too. So he's just like, yeah, if he hits this 6 points, he couldn't finish it. They're all over him. Melbourne United are struggling here.
Yeah, they are dominating him. Oh, the lob. Oh, turnover. Kick it out. Here he goes again.
Oh, the big fella's on fire. The big fella's on fire.
He's just torching them.
He's literally scored their last 8 points.
Ball hype is coming, boys. Mark my words.
Hey, I've seen a few plays. Of him in the preseason. He's looking good, Matty. Let's hopefully he can get some minutes. Come on.
As you could possibly get the Formula One car, but finding some much grippier, drier tarmac, which they have obviously a lot of bikes.
Let's go, Danny Rick.
They have slots for the bikes on the grip, but I think it was beyond where the bikes start that he found that grip.
Yeah, it was. It looked like he'd done his homework because he went straight for that part of the track. And when
I reckon we could finish this race.
Oh, it did look like it had more grip.
Magnussen also making up places. Norris and Bottas losing places. Latifi making up places at the start. Sebastian Vettel losing a lot of places after making contact with Fernando Alonso and heading off into the gravel at turn 1. Joe Guan Yu spun round and found himself in 17th. Pierre Gasly, sadly for him, had a part of an advertising hoarding from the Carlos Sainz crash collect his front wing and you don't want to see that. And you rather feel
All right.
he was absolutely incensed at what happens in the first part of the race. Carlos Sainz out, as I mentioned. Alex Albon out.
I'll be handing out some humble pie. Well, rightly so. Yeah, Bol got potential, man. He could be anything. It does. It takes time. It takes time. Nothing happens overnight. Unfortunately, as some.
I mean,
people
nothing
think.
happens overnight unless you're Victor Wembanyama or whatever his name is. Unless
Yeah,
you're that
one
guy.
Banyama. Yeah.
I'm telling you, like when you're getting those looks, like NBA players are coming to watch you play, and you're getting those looks when you're pulling those move NBA players on the side, man, that's like next level. You know?
Sauce. He's 7'4". He's taller than Rudy Gobert, and he does shit
I know. I seen a photo
like
next
Giannis.
to Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, he does things like Giannis, and then I look at Rudy Gobert and I go to myself, Rudy Gobert can't shoot to save his life. He's a paint beast that gets rebounds and plays defense. And Wembanyama is literally shooting lights out of fadeaway threes as a 7'4" guy. What the hell?
Bro, he's doing step backs from behind line. He's literally pulling up from Steph Curry range. Like, imagine you're 7'4", you dribble down the court, you do like a pick and roll at the half court, and you're taking the ball down the court, and you literally just pull up over the smaller guy. You usually pull up at the 3-point line. No one's going to block you. You just shoot over the top of it. Like,
it's like Kevin Durant on steroids.
This guy can shoot that good. And it's not like he doesn't have an inside game too. Like, he goes inside and he can finish inside too. Like, he's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. He's going to be so good. He's going to be and he's doing this in the G League. Like, this isn't against college players. This is in the G League. He's doing these numbers. Like, college is easier than the G League.
Playing against men.
Yeah. This is scary. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to see him in the league next year.
Matty Tabe said he's 22. So is he going to play not this season, next season?
Not this season, yeah, next season. So he's going to play the rest of the G League. Is this season G League, and then he'll be in the draft at the end of this current NBA season.
Oh, that's right. Because Silver came out and said you don't tank for him. If the commissioner has to come out and say don't tank for him, you're tanking for him.
Yeah.
The Lakers should just tank for him. The Lakers should tank. And then they can have LeBron, Wembanyama, and freaking AD. And then LeBron can actually hand the team over to a first-year player and say it's your team. Because definitely an Anthony Davis team. Spends more time in Disneyland in plain clothes than actually in his strip.
Yeah, look, I'm not looking forward to the Lakers' chances, man.
You got Pat Beverly. You'll be all right. All right, here we go. They're in their cars, Sauce. They're getting ready to get back out there. I reckon we'll get 10 laps under the safety car because they got to start getting rid of some of that water on the track.
They got to get a bit of a racing behind them, don't
yeah.
they? Yeah, make it safer.
Man, this is a hammering. It is 43-17.
I know. Absolutely shellacking.
They're almost up by 30 here. Oh. The guy looked like he threw the ball to himself, like the guy that we played against on Monday night. Oh. Oh, Bol is 22. How old is Wembanyama? Like 18 or something? Oh, let me type his name in.
I think he's 19. I think.
Victor Wembanyama. He's got a size 24 shoe, Sauce. He is 18 years of age.
18, jeez. So good.
So he will be 19 entering the league next year because his birthday is on the 4th of January. Yep. Unbelievable. Oh, I'm interested to see here his career numbers. Nanterre, he played at Asvel, whatever that is. He's French. Nanterre.
restart. So everyone
in
will be
France.
free.
I want to see stats.
They shift 85 litres on
Look out for France at the next World Cup, at the next Olympics, mate. If they got him on the team,
the approach to
Rudy Gobert and him partnering up.
that will be one
I want to see
of
this
the few
kid's stats, bro, when he was playing. Asval.
Yes, it's very undulating, this circuit. You can't, quite difficult to see on camera, but that's why
He only averaged 6.5 points per game at Asval in 13 games. Wasn't great. He was 17, I think. Asval, 2021-22.
Comes into this race after point scoring finishes in the last couple of races, 3 in the last 4 races.
Now he plays for the Metropolitans 92.
Yeah, I've got to figure out when his games are on the G League and try and watch a few.
I'm cheering for Yuki Tsunoda, who came here saying, "Look, I've driven
Yeah.
Suzuka many times before." But
Basketball reference.
The last car that I was driving in F4, I think it was, even on my outlap to qualifying, out the pits on my outlap before a flying lap.
Let's have a look at his
Still
stats, bro.
An awful lot faster than I was at full pelt in an F4 car.
Yeah, F4 cars are not so quick. They're great for
He's averaging 9.4 points per game in his French team.
I remember actually watching Yuki in those years.
So obviously, like he's like, I mean, he's been putting in that work to come over there and start shooting 30 plus a game and shooting.
blew me away.
Bro, this... Oh, no, sorry.
Japanese F4, then F3, then F2, then F1.
Oh, is that totals?
Speedy rise, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Points, 18.4.
They're all as good as me.
Here we go.
It's-
Asval. Per 36 minutes, he's averaging 18.4 points per game. 10 boards and 3.5 blocks. Source a game. That's cool. But he averages 4.9. I don't know. That's not personal fouls. Oh, personal fouls per 36 minutes, he averages 5.
Yeah. He still needs to put on some size, but man, that's scary. Like the stuff he's doing though.
Source. This is reminiscent of Luka the Don playing Euro basketball and dominating against men as a kid.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's get going. Here.
All right, do I put the race back on, Doma?
Restart has just been suspended.
Has it? Oh no. I don't think we're going to get a race.
Another rubbish
Yeah, bring it
race.
back up.
Another one. 2 rubbish races in a row. Oh, last week wasn't too bad. It was just so delayed. Bang.
All the generators have been put away. The tire blankets were still on, but they're easily taken off. So just the 4 mechanics around the car, and now everything, all of that stuff has to be brought back. So, well, they must have seen something very, very heavy on the radar in terms of weather to have to do this, because it looked like we were all ready to get going again behind the safety
Oh well,
cars.
I don't think we're going to get a race, Doma.
Now I'm seeing loads of mechanics just out here with these grid trolleys, and it's not complicated. It's not
Fuck.
to warm a lot of things up, cool a lot of things down. Which
It's a fair bit of rain on the radar.
on the grid. And Martin, if you're watching, you're watching with a nice warm drink. Wish you.
In this point in time, Max actually wins the race because they did 3 laps.
It's the worst kind of thing for the mechanics. I can see all these.
Does he really?
Yeah, he gets 9 points. He won't win the World Championship, but he gets 9 points. I'm serious. It goes to his stats.
That's funny as. Oh no, you'd be spewing if
You know what the best thing about this race has been though?
Yeah.
Last night, yesterday Arvo, sorry, when I turned on qualifying, they go, oh, it's either going to rain or it's going to be dry. And everyone's like, nah, there's no chance it's going to rain. It won't rain. Or what? It'd be like a little bit. That's what they were saying. Oh, if it's going to rain, it'd just be a light shower. Okay, next minute. There's no race at all.
Set in for the moment too. There's going to come a time, Ted, in the next 10 minutes or so, where that 2-hour race clock and the 3-hour overall time limits start to match up, and then we start to think about, will we get a full race in here? I think.
Yeah, shades of that fateful race in 2014. Not only that we've already seen.
Not great. Anyway, we've got 7-minute source. And then we get the 2-hour countdown ticking over. So race has to be completed within 2 hours.
On track. And I think all the drivers, no doubt, as Lando Norris just comes towards me with his helmet on, no doubt all the drivers are going to want some serious discussions to be going on, given, of course, what happens to Jules Bianchi Crofty here, as to how that was allowed to happen.
Yeah, quite. Thank you, Ted. Thank you very much. George Russell getting out of the car. He's out.
Fair bit of sport on. It's always good.
Yuki Tsunoda still something.
This big fella is putting on a clinic source. Was that behind the back? He's killing it.
Malaysia 2009, which was red flagged, and you won with half points. How long did you stay in the car that time?
Well, not very long. So I was soaking wet because I pulled up behind a bunch of cars. I was right at the back of the grid. And the team didn't know
Anyone watching, drop some more questions in for Saucy Night to answer. I'm going to take this down. I don't even know why that's still on the screen, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. We could be packing up this stream in another half an hour, I reckon.
Yeah, if we're not racing, we could be out, to be honest.
Yep, that's right.
Never-
Global, they packed up everything. I don't reckon we're going to get a race.
In the Ferrari garage, or the Ferrari motorhome, I think his system flooded as well, so there was no chance that was going to restart. But that was monsoon conditions, wasn't it?
It was, and it came immediately as well. It was like,
Yeah, if it doesn't start in half hour, we've got to call it source. If it starts after that, too bad, unfortunately.
the start-finish line was tricky under red flag conditions. So
Just is what it is.
Certainly not best for you that day, although you did win with half points, and not best for this man's teammate.
The radar's not looking great.
Crashed out on the opening
You can
lap.
see on the Ferrari
Back into the paddock. He's talking
prompter.
Well, Carlos, sorry.
His colour signs.
It would appear that there was nothing you could have done to prevent what happened to you at the start today. Is that fair?
No, to be honest, I'm not too worried. Obviously, disappointed for crashing the car and for the team, but at the same time, the conditions were pretty much impossible with the visibility and the intermediate tires. The aquaplaning was crazy. I tried to get out of Checo slipstream to see something, but as soon as I get out of the slipstream, I have more water in the tire and I go into aquaplaning, which sends me into a spin, and then you're down to luck because everyone coming behind you doesn't see you. They cannot see where you are, and you're in the middle of the track, so you're kind of praying for anyone not to hit you.
Was a grid start appropriate?
They're slapping him. This is an absolute demolition. What's he saying, Leclerc?
Maybe the best would have been
Signs.
starting extremes. but
Signs, is
anyway,
that signs? Oh, sorry.
It's signs.
Just to avoid any dangerous situation. But then they call us. If we start in a rolling start on extreme, everyone complains that Formula One doesn't race in the wet. But when you see the situation, basically we're driving without visibility. So how can you drive a Formula One car at 300 kph without visibility?
I have to ask you about dangerous situations. I don't know if you've seen Pierre Gasly encountering a recovery vehicle on the track while the safety car was still out, and what you make of that, given where we are as well.
I don't know if people understand, but even behind safety car, we are going at 100, 150 kph, and still at those speeds we don't see nothing. Even behind the safety car. So if the driver decides to get a bit out of the racing line or has a small aquaplaning or has to change a switch on the steering wheel and gets a bit out of line and hits a tractor, it's over. No? So I still don't know why we keep in these conditions risking having a tractor on track, because it's just worthless. Anyways, you were gonna red flag it anyway. So why risk?
Well, I was here in 2014. I mean, will the drivers want some serious answers from the FIA about this finally?
No, it's clueless.
Thank you.
Makes a fair point. Oh, Carlos.
Let's talk about this. 2014 was a horrible.
Yep. No, they can't say
Obvi-
anything, man.
Obviously, 2014, the year that they're referring to so prolifically throughout this live, was Jules Bianchi actually died in 2014 under the wet conditions, driving a Formula 2 car. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it's Formula 2. And what Carlos Sainz was just saying there, he goes, we started the race. He goes, everyone always complains that F1 doesn't drive in the wet, but we started from a standing start in intermediate tires with zero visibility, going 300 kph, which is kilometers per hour. He goes, and we can't see anything. And he explained his crash, like he veered out to get out of Checo's slipstream and to have a look. And in doing so, his tire built up more water, and because of that, that's why he aquaplaned and he spun out. But he was saying that even if we were to start this race under safety car instead of a standing start, he said we still go 100 to 150 kilometers per hour in the car under a safety car with zero visibility in the wet because of the spray, and it's still dangerous. Just because it's a safety car doesn't mean that it's not dangerous. And he goes, we did all of this for what reason? To put a tractor out on the track to pick up a car to red flag a race. He goes, why do we even start the race and drive in these conditions if there was a risk that it was going to get red flagged and would be in the pits? Makes a good point.
Yeah, it does make a good point. Not gonna lie.
He goes, it is what it is. What happened to me? Like he actually said that. He goes, I can't do anything about that. He goes, I just feel sorry for the team and obviously the technicians that he crashed the car, but he goes, I can't do anything. That's the conditions. Like it can happen to anyone. It happened to a 5-time world champion in Sebastian Vettel. Spun his car out. So here's the FIA.
To catch up to the field. As conditions were deteriorating, the red flag was shown before car 10 passed the location of the incident where it had been damaged the previous lap. So that there was been noted by race controllers for the advertising boarding actually coming away and getting onto the front wing of the Alpha Tower. So I'll read that statement again. In relation to the recovery of the incident on lap 3, the safety car had been deployed and the race neutralised. Car 10, which had collected damage and pitted behind the safety car, was then driving at high speed to catch up to the field. As conditions were deteriorating, the red flag was shown before Pierre Gasly passed the location of the incident where it had been damaged the previous lap. Now, that, in many ways, is saying that Pierre Gasly was half at fault for driving at speed if the red flag had been shown, but it doesn't answer the question as to why there was a vehicle on the track.
Yeah, I mean, if there was a red flag, there was a red flag.
No idea what's going on.
You still have to drive around the circuit unless they tell us to just stop on track under a red flag. That's a different thing altogether. But under a red flag situation, you can still drive around at a slow pace. So
Anyway, the time has just started.
Pierre Gasly would have been going an awful lot.
I'm telling you, Dom, we'll be packing up this stream in 25 minutes because there will be no race start. But that rain is crazy. And did you see when they brought up the radar? It was like the little radar thing. It was so much. It was just so dark, the clouds and stuff.
Mm.
We're starting, mate.
I agree. I reckon
it just doesn't.
it's cooked.
For me, it doesn't matter. You do not have a big vehicle on track that's static as well.
Yeah.
Off the track.
Yeah. Well, Carlos Sainz,
Melbourne United started the game.
that would have been, it's a clerk of the course matter. I would imagine underlying supervision by
Oh, Manny, what's happening, bro? What is going on? Global says, do the Lions get the Dunkley deal done? Who knows? Who knows?
I do
They'll find a way. Matty Tape says, has the true grit of Bathurst, though. Second place car, Kostecki, has the front of his car covered in duct tape to keep it together. Unreal.
Yeah, I've seen it, Doma. They got these big sheets of like they're like big pieces of duct tape, like like a sheet, and they peel it off and we're attaching like the bonnet back to the side and keeping it together. I've seen them with a little saw, electric saw, because it got jammed in. They were cutting out the inside of where the front tire goes, so it didn't hit when they installed the new tire back on.
That's unbelievable.
Making little running repairs, like it's pretty cool.
By drivers, by teams, and by journalists as well to the FIA as to why that vehicle was on the track. As I say, I haven't seen the video, but we have seen a photo up here in the commentary box. As it is, 1 minute past 3, local time here in Suzuka, and we still await the resumption of this race. It's a hurry up and wait down in the garages at the moment. There will come a time in the next few moments, in fact, in the next 3 minutes and 20 seconds, when the 3 hour.
Oh, still another 3 minutes before they put that Matty said 1,000-kilometer race, not this 45 lap crap.
I don't know if I could sit there all day and watch it, but I mean, it's definitely something like you tune in and out. I think
better than sitting here and watching a fucking red flag.
Oh, that's a fair point.
Well, this has just been an absolute balls up. We thought this would be absolutely fantastic, Source, because 4 p.m. race for us, a nice early one.
I know.
We had a bit of excitement for the first 3 laps.
Shocking.
We saw Max pull
a
massive move. Love to chuck the F1 drivers in the supercars for one day of fun. It'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Oh. How's he even getting around the track with that?
Alex, we're sorry to see you here. A number of cars obviously having incidents on that first lap. But a failure in your case, a hydraulic failure, was it? When did you hear?
Yes, but created with contact, to be honest. Just the side of the car got hit, and that was how it was. One of the things, honestly, I don't really understand why we went racing to begin with. We could have seen maybe 10 meters in front of us at very most, and the cars at the back, we were kind of doing pinball just because we couldn't see the track edge, so we were just going left to right down the straight, not really knowing where the track was. So that was what happened to me. I couldn't see where I was on the track, and I touched with another car, which of course I also didn't see. So it's a tricky one, but that's how it is.
So they gave you a quick start on intermediate tires, so it was inappropriate. A rolling start would have been okay or not?
No, not really. It's the spray, it's the circuit, it's everything. So I don't. It's a tricky one. Of course, we don't want Spa to happen again, but at the same time, it's genuinely dangerous. I mean, even that car with Carlos on the middle of the track, I'm pretty surprised no one went into it and pass out. So let's see what happens.
Hits a nail on the head. Alex Albon just having a chat. He's just like, I'm surprised nobody went into Carlos Sainz when he spun and came back out onto the track. When you see the replay, there's heaps of cars that fly past him. But
how'd they even see?
Well, Alex Albon was saying we couldn't see more than 10 meters in front of us. And we were pinballing, just driving left to right. And actually, like, they were touching each other, cars. Because I can't see shit. He said the same thing as Sainz. Not sure why we even started the race. He would have not finished regardless, so he's not using it as an excuse. He had a hydraulic failure in his car, so regardless if it was wet or it was sunshine, he was not finishing the race anyway. Oh, geez, that car's hammered.
It's on fire.
We'll talk more about the incident in a few moments' time. Let's pick up on what Alex Albon was saying there, Jensen, about actually starting the race. It looked to us live, and without the benefit of hindsight, that we could start the race and it would be okay. It quickly became apparent that it might be a bit wetter out there than we thought.
Well, the problem is,
You haven't missed anything, Manny.
drivers say we should be starting the race.
3 laps.
When we do start the race, it's really, really tricky situation.
Carlos signs out, Albon out, red flag. It went it started. It went. Verstappen made a crazy move on Leclerc, led the race, signs out, Albon out, yellow flag, safety car, red flag. In the position we are now, about to restart suspended, and we've just been.
I don't think we're going to
sitting
get a
around
race, to be honest.
talking absolute shit. That's all we've been doing.
And we are here watching Bathurst 1000 and NBL basketball.
And the Sydney Kings dominating Melbourne United. Oh, the tractors come onto the course to pick up the car because it's crashed.
That's where the trust comes in.
So dangerous, bro.
Implicit trust in their fellow competitors. So the medical car is out. The safety car is parked at the pit lane exit. Let's have a look, see what the track conditions are. And this is a very high-powered saloon car.
But it is very heavy compared to Formula 1 cars, so it definitely is easier. And you can see the ride height is obviously a lot higher than Formula 1 cars. So even though it looks easy for him driving around, very difficult for Formula 1.
Sleepy Manny in full effect.
I said we're not anywhere near.
Matty Tape said he had a bird go full powered into his window. Scared the shit out of him.
Did it fly off or was it knocked out?
They're in the middle of the corner as well, so you're carrying the speed and everything feels fine. And then suddenly, as we saw Mick Schumacher in FP1, it's just gone. You just lose the rear.
There is so much water on this track. So they're using the medical car at the moment, but as the commentator said, it sits up higher. It's a lot heavier car. Doesn't produce, obviously, as much water as what an F1 car would.
No, exactly. That is an issue. And, you feel the safety car is going very slow in the dry conditions. In the wet, you actually struggle to keep up with it at times because it doesn't aquaplane like a Formula 1 car does.
Yeah.
See, you got dinosaurs down there. Down where?
Let's head down to the sky pad now. Paul DeResta and Karun Chandler.
Where in Australia? What dinosaurs? What are we talking about, Maddie? What do you want about? What are you on about?
First of all, we're going to go on board with Max Verstappen. I think this is important here to give it a bit of context. Max is behind the safety car. They're playing at real speed. Now, Paul,
Oh, birds attacking windows. Oh, man, we got everything down here, as you know.
recovery vehicle is already there. So the safety car and the entire train behind Max included and behind him go past.
Bro, this is a shellacking in this game. It's almost up to 40.
Yes, it is.
Which I think they're more than capable of doing. And you can see they're actually avoided the debris. The safety car is slowed
I mean,
the drivers taking the action.
Homicide did say that the Sydney Kings will win the title this year. That's his prediction.
Is that what he said? Wow.
We should expect people, even as recently as Monza, we think back on the safety
That number 11 for them is good player.
And this is a normal thing. We see them when the race is neutralized, when nobody should be.
Is Winterbottom in this race? Where is he? 13th. He's number 11, your boy that you just mentioned. Oh.
So he's pushing on. You can listen here. He's going a lot faster than anyone else is on track.
sees it, if we just stop it here, Karun, at this point, I think when he looks back at his on-board camera and he's been trying to catch up, he's considerably quicker than what the other cars were passing that incident, which is why they were maybe not quite as upset as he was. And I'll let you play it on just so you can show people where the red flag. Yeah, because at this point, I think.
So what's the word, Doma? What's the word on the race?
Roll it along because keep an eye.
Still just a waiting game.
Still a waiting game. They have to give a minimum of 10 minutes before they can start racing. We haven't got our 10-minute warning, so Lowndes is still going.
Yeah, he's still kicking around.
Bloody hell. Actually going to tell me Garth Tander and Mark Schaefer out there. Lounsey. Was there a safety car?
He said if a safety car comes.
Oh, if the safety car comes, sorry. Safety car.
It's never nice to see tractors on track. I 100% agree. Not in a nice place as well. But at the same point, it's a speed you So there you go, guys. We've managed to.
I think it's time.
But I think it's important to put that context in terms of
the call it quit source.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm telling you, there's not going to be a race because I just can't see it with what I was saying before. Like, there'd have to be significant improvement. They're not going to start the race like that because they start the race, there's going to be another yellow flag or red flag straight away.
Correct. Yep.
Onto the pit wall as well, and you can see that Pierre Gasly not happy at all. They will look at this incident, the stewards.
Been a good run
Then Jensen.
of an hour and 20 minutes of airtime with Field talking absolute gibberish.
Maddie said we have to see Bathurst through.
19 laps to go.
We could just change it to a Bathurst stream.
It's actually a really significant moment. We'll try to get
well, there was a red flag.
We could. Oh, let's get the Bathurst going. I've made it big here. I just got the audio for the F1s on, but we got Bathurst going. Big crash there. Oh, lemon. Oh, see you later. What an absolute stuff up that was.
It's a really tricky one. You know, from an emotional side point of view, we should not have anything on track that's bigger than a Formula 1 car. There's no need to put something else on track that could cause a worse.
Yes, so there is a safety car.
But should he have been travelling at that speed?
See what Lounsey can do, hey?
two questions. What to be asked to
Has been. Let's see if Matty Tabe can give us a bit of a history lesson here. So it's like Van Gisbergen ever won this race before? I'm pretty sure Mostert's won this, hasn't he?
It's routine under red flag conditions and under safety car conditions that there are vehicles, recovery vehicles on track. That tends to be when you can see the things.
Oh, Noah Cumberland, eh?
Very it's people. It's absolutely terrifying because you can't see what's in front of you. And okay, if he was going quickly, that's what racing drivers do, but you can't blame Gasly for going too quickly when the conditions are such that perhaps even if he was going significantly slower, it's so difficult to see a recovery vehicle on track. I think that's when we speak to Pierre Gasly, and we put the FIA's view that he should have been slowed down and prepared to stop. He'll say, look, I couldn't see the thing, and so I wouldn't have been able to see it if I was on the wrong trajectory.
He's out.
The wrong time. And so
Not happy.
That's key to what we're talking about. But as you say, I have asked for an on-the-record comment from the FIA. They're still working on that, but they have.
Oh, the safety car. Anything could happen here with a safety car.
A statement they gave you earlier about how the recovery vehicles were regularly deployed on track, and drivers should be prepared to slow down.
Fair enough. I have no idea. Well, the drivers are looking pretty happy in the pit lane, just super chilled in their garages. They don't look like they're anywhere near getting into their cars and driving.
To see if Pierre slowed down there or maintained his speed, or whether they found him excessive or he was doing the right thing. What are the instructions given to drivers when there's a red flag?
Well, it's to slow down and be ready to stop at any situation.
Yeah, Lowndes, he's a nutcase, mate, that guy.
Yeah, the reason for having a double wave yellow and saying to the drivers, you have to be ready to stop in that situation, because
Where is he?
There will be
In eighth.
Eighth.
and they're not protected. They're not within the
Got a big chance to win it.
You have to be ready to stop to miss a marshal that's trying to clear away a car. That's what we do. You won't go quick. Still, it should be a tractor on track.
Yeah. Do you think when Pierre sees and replay the incident, I'm sure you know, he might think a little more differently than his initial reaction seemed to suggest?
He's right to be angry about a tractor being on track. That's not going to change. It's not going to change his view on that. And that's from the emotional side. But he will look at it and go, I should have slowed down a bit more.
So Chaz Mostert has won it before,
During a safety car, red flag.
and so has Shane Van Gisbergen. So they have both won this race before.
We saw that towards the end of the race.
Chaz Mostert has actually won it
Double wave yellow.
2 times.
Going slowly and prepared to stop. But this is not a sunny afternoon at Monza. And 1:30, well, it was about 20 hours that they call that.
Shit, Lowndes has won this race so many times.
Approaching that, Pierre Gasly was
Oh my god.
as you say, at a speed that you felt he had to do because there was rivers of rain and you ease off the throttle and then you lose it.
So scafy.
Another accident. What you don't expect is to see a vehicle right there in these conditions. You don't expect to see a vehicle out there. The red flag was thrown quite quickly because the conditions were deteriorating. The recovery vehicle
Jesus. How many times has Lowndes won this thing?
until the car
1,
He'd have won it a lot.
2,
He's been around
3,
for so long.
4, 5, 6, 7. He's won it 7 times.
Maybe he shouldn't be going so fast, but the tractor shouldn't be there also, because it doesn't matter what speed you do.
Yeah, Brock's won it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times. Peter Brock. Interesting.
Yeah, panorama. Bathurst.
you can observe just how bad the conditions are and how Nicholas had to take some very timely avoiding action with the pirouetting Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, it's tricky with
All right. We're almost ready to get underway racing here in the supercars.
guys, you are starting on the wet tire.
That's true.
Because you're always going to take a risk. You think
We're going to get some racing going on this stream.
you're going to clear the rivers pretty quickly. The first 2 laps will be really tricky, but if you put the wets on, you're way too off the pace.
There he is. Vizzy Judd.
And put the mediums on after a few laps. And it's
Oh, I've turned that off, mate. They're getting flogged.
we wouldn't have the issue in the first place.
I still got it on. Oh,
At the moment, is that 9 90,000 fans plus have come to see a motor race this
Well, they put Magnussen in the car,
The weather's joining the party too.
I think. Oh, there he is, Eddie Maguire. The great
Yeah.
man.
Big Ed.
I love Eddie. I don't think they're going to race. I don't know what the hell Magnussen's in the car for because it is hammering down.
Watching the puddles at the moment. The medical car, which has been out to drive around the track and see if we can get going.
Nah,
At the moment,
it wasn't Manny. He just hydraulics ended and he struggled. Yeah.
talking for the last 20 minutes or so, the race time clock has resumed.
Matt said, never been there, but you can drive your car on the track. People say it's so steep. You can't tell on TV. This is Mount Panorama. That'd be pretty sick to do. Global said they should make an indoor track in Asia somewhere. Be pretty sick. It'd be like go-karts. Giant go-karts.
But it's now started and it will continue to run because we have to be finished by 5 o'clock local time. That is in 1 hour, 41 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yes. And we have to do 37 laps at that time, correct? To get to 75%.
Correct.
Yeah.
And we need to have a few laps not behind the safety car at the moment. If we don't get a resumption,
Are they back racing here? What's going on? Oh, they're showing the replay of his crash.
Yeah, they're just about to start it up, I think.
Exactly. Can I just say, it's I know that everyone's woken up early to watch this race and expected us to be racing at the wee hours of the morning, 6 a.m. And it's frustrating that we're waiting, but it's from a safety point of view. Can we just spare a thought for the fans that are here at the track? Because they are not budging. They are here to watch a motor race. They'll do anything to watch this race. So fair play to them. And I think what we got to say is keep warm out there because it's not warm, is it? Try and wrap up as much as you can.
Oh, here we go.
3 cups of tea.
It's 16 degrees out there at the moment as we ride on board with Corporal Valtteri Bottas in the Alfa Romeo, who I think had to get out of the way as Lance Stroll came barreling past.
There's no racing anywhere. We've got safety cars. Oh.
To see the Aston Martin.
Horrendous.
Such an incredible start because he found some grip. Lance Stroll, where it grip just didn't seem to be.
So, Sleepy Sauce is not coming out, Manny. It's 4:30 p.m. here. He's no chance. Global. Nah, they're not going to.
I'm yawning because I usually have a coffee around this time. I'm going to go get a cafe, mate.
Yeah, I'm the same as you. I'm usually had about 10 by now.
I've only had 2 today.
Global said they'll pull the pin soon. Nah, they got an hour and 45 minutes. When that timer goes down to 0, that's when the race ends. But we're not going to be on here for an hour and 45 minutes.
No, we're not being on here for an hour and 45. We're hoping to just get this race out of the way. I've got somewhere to go, so.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I'm ready to just call it quits. I'm serious.
I was expecting to, commit 2 hours to the F1 race. We were an hour and a half in, mate. I'm hungry too. I'm gonna get some dinner.
I just want to see the restart in this race because it's going to be out.
What are you on about, Manny, mate? You don't trust me. You don't want to see any streams of me in the bed, mate.
Especially with Playboy cards in that room.
I'm gonna get this one slabbed up.
Is that the one global? Oh,
no, this one. You can imagine what's behind that finger.
You're a dickhead.
Hang on.
You're an idiot.
I'm gonna get it slabbed up, mate. Send it to PSG. Get it graded.
Sleeve that up. That is double coverage only fans. Oh no, I got the undercover track, Maddie. I got it. Manny said Global domiciles his feet pics. No, I don't. Are you fucking you're on crack, bro. You're wearing your undies watching the F1s. You freak. Even this race isn't starting. Let's pull the pin source. You got somewhere to go. I need a coffee. I need to go do some exercise because I was out partying last night till 2 a.m. and I'm feeling.
He was on the bees.
No, it's good fun. Good night. Very good night. No, yeah, I am. Ready?
That was free balling. Hey, you gotta let it hang, mate. It helps with the sperm count, mate. It's a proven fact.
Oh my days.
No one wants to have kids, you know what I mean? So he's gonna keep it El Primo.
What are you on about, you Lamont?
Nah, because the global saying you're free balling on it. Not a bad thing to free ball. See you, Matty. See you, mate. Thanks for tuning in as always. It's good to have a stream that was a bit earlier than later, but
if this was at midnight, we would have cracked it.
Yeah, we would have been fuming.
Yeah, we're done too. Oh,
yeah.
I'm
That's
done.
how you know it's gone
left.
left.
All right. Thanks, gents, for tuning in. Thanks for sticking with us for an hour and a half and talking all things motorsport, NBA, whatever we talked about. Love you all. Take it easy. It's off the grid. The Japanese rain out Grand Prix. Peace.
Peace.